Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves you.
Holy moly guacamole. Y'all already know this is Punch Wrong Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself. AKA El Adobo, AKA El Sazón, AKA El Borracho, AKA El Café Bustelo, AKA El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all, God bless you all. Damn, I think how many videos I did already? Hold on. I think I already. Hold on. Did I post it? Give me a second, folks. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. Shout out to everybody, man. Hope you had a great weekend. All right, we good. All right, we good. We good. We good. We good. What's going wrong? Wrong. One of the members of Punch Wrong Boxing. If you haven't become a member of Punch Wrong Boxing, you already know where to go, man. Smash that link. Smash that link. You know? Mora in the building. Dímelo, mi hermano. What's good? What's good? What's good? The borracho, the pastor de boxeo. What's good, Carlos? What's good? What the ever's going on with T.O. Punch? I don't know, man. Hopefully, man, when things are quiet, then things are negotiating, being maybe. You know what I'm saying? You know, hopefully he got some big news coming soon. El Sazón, dímelo, mi hermano. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boxing week, boxing has been kind of, underwhelming. It really is. It's not hyping me up, man. It's not hyping me. It ain't hyping me up like it used to be, man, for real. Um, a lot of people give a lot of credit to Turki Alalshikh that he got the money. He's gonna make a lot of things happen. But yeah, at the end of the day, I understand. Look. I understand. Mora said, "Yo, Canelo is going to get the W. Mexico flag. I see it. I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat the snack out of Terrence Crawford. But at the end of the day, I've been real about how I feel about this matchup. Even when I'm trying hard to like it because I understand that the world of boxing is going to tune in. I'm going to tune in. I just don't. I'm just not hyped for the fight. It's not a matchup that makes me hype. I know that this is a mismatch. And then the card in itself having M Billy, which is a good fighter, and Lester, that is a good fighter as well. And then you got is it Wash? Is it Wash? Callum Wash versus Fernando Vargas Jr. I mean, I'm not hype. I'm not hype for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hyped for the event. I'm not hyped for the card. You know, I wish that there was, I feel like the main event, yeah, it got the names, but it's still a mismatch to me. So I'm not hyped for the card, to be honest, man. I think I'm hyped for boxing. I'm hyped that Netflix is into boxing, so I'm good that and that Netflix and American Network that's and stream service that's willing to showcase the sport of boxing, and hopefully that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford perform to the best of their abilities, and the matchup, live up to the expectations. I guess a lot of people have expectations for Terence Crawford. A lot of people have expectations for Canelo Alvarez. I hope that this fight does not turn out like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, even though that this is not a fight like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Even though that they got two high accomplished fighters, it's not a fight that the boxing fans been asking for. Moises Itauma. Yeah, man, with a first round knockout versus Dillian White. Hopefully that he is a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division already. He's ringing a lot of bells, got high expectations. But this is the heavyweight division, you know what I'm saying? I had, sometimes we have high expectations over these heavyweights, and then one shot gets him down. There was a lot of high expectations for Danny Dubois, a lot of high expectations for Jared Anderson, a lot of high expectations for who else? Um, the Big Bang Zang. Filip Hergovich, you know what I'm saying? Filip Hergovich, put a hurt on somebody. They put a hurt on them. He got the victory. But I don't know. I know a lot of people feel thrilled about this about Moses, but I'm not. I'm still on the fence. I'm still on the fence because it's the heavyweight division. And anything could go. Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Joy Joyce was a fighter that I really admire, and I thought that he was gonna be like the next champ. I thought that Joy Joyce by now would have had a strap, but the victory he had with Danny Dubois, I thought that but like again, this is the heavyweight division. We never know what was gonna happen. But anyway, um. You saw Oscar De La Hoya went on IG on his IG post and he's going at it with Xander. What did he say? Hold on, give me a sec. I know. Let me see if I could upload what he said. Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden One, the sixth division world champion, fought anybody, any place, any time in their prime. He's calling out these fighters of this era. Let me see if I could find the video. Let me see. Give me a shot. Let me see if I can find the video. Nah, I don't got it here. No. Cancel. Let me see. No. I don't got it here, but um, hold on. I got it here. Let me see. Um, yo. Let me know if y'all still hear me. Let me know if y'all still hear me. Let me see if I can upload this one right here. Yeah, I gotta erase. Oh, you got a lot of files. It says I got a lot of files. I can't even upload it, but I don't know. I just erased it one. Anyway, I was let see. I could hear it. Hold on. Well, Oscar De La Hoya said today on this IG post.
Fight each other. Fighters don't want to fight each other. Fighters don't want to fight each other. Perfect example, Xander Zayas. You and Vergil, Mexico, Puerto Rico, it's huge. What are you waiting for? I mean, this era right here, I cannot wait for this era to finish. I mean, this era right here, I cannot wait for this era to finish. I mean, this era right here, I cannot wait for this era to finish. Literally, man. They want to do it for extra millions and this and that. No. Vergil Ortiz, Xander Zayas, let's do it. Las Vegas. What are you waiting for? Fighters don't want to fight each other.
So is Oscar De La Hoya, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, is do you agree with Oscar De La Hoya? Are you fed up with this era? Mm? Are you fed up with this era with fighters ducking fighters, ducking good money, ducking good opportunity, avoiding it, picking and choosing? Huh? Are y'all tired of this era? Again, I think that the deal and the offer that they presented to Xander Zayas, 50-50 split. A matter of fact, let me put what Virgil Ortiz said. Hold on, give me a sec. Virgil Ortiz put it out there. Let me see. Let's get this thing out of the way. So, what is exactly so unfavorable about the offer? It's a 50-50. You have time to recover and train for December, and it will be in a neutral territory. Don't run away now. You had 3 days to agree, and we haven't heard a thing from your side. This was Virgil Ortiz going at Xander Zayas, right? Xander Zayas wanted this fight. Xander Zayas wanted this fight. Said Virgil T, this is not a real offer. Stop lying to your fans. The answer is yes. Come meet me in Puerto Rico. That's the problem right there. The problem is not the answer is yes. The problem is that is in Puerto Rico. I understand that Zayas, look, let's give credit. Xander Zayas is a champion. But I don't think that he's earned the ultimate respect. He just because you're a champion doesn't make you the A side. Just because you're a champion and got a vacant world title from Chino, whatever his name is, that doesn't put you in the A side category. I like Xander Zayas. I don't think that um, in my opinion, I don't think that um he put everyone on notice with his performance. I think it was a good performance for a 22-year-old. Put him in position. Now we could talk about Xander Zayas, a unification bout. Xander Zayas in a high-profile fight. I think it's just due, right? But that doesn't necessarily think that Xander Zayas, you acting like you Miguel Cotto. You're not gonna say Virgil Ortiz, I could fight you, but you gotta come to Puerto Rico. You ain't. When was the last time Xander Zayas fought in Puerto Rico anyway? Like Xander, the last time that you did fight was in Madison Square Garden, right? In the Hulu Theater. Who are you to tell people to come to Puerto Rico? Like, shout out to Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is not Vegas, and this is a big fight. And it got to be a gambling site. People are going to gamble. It's going to be great. It's Mexican versus Puerto Rico, right? It's a very traditional battles of the nations, right? One of the most supportive nations in in boxing. I think a tournament style fight should be implemented. So if you win, you fight the other guy who won. Yeah. Especially in the 154-pound division, one of the most lucrative division. Not most lucrative division, but one of the most stacked division in the sport of boxing, in which we've seen great things, and we've seen almost every fighter at the top 10 show their vulnerabilities, man. And that's how tough the 154-pound division is. I've been trying to tell the boxing world for a long time. I think that there was a lot of hatred going towards Jamel Charlo, a lot of hatred because yes, affiliation with PBC, and there's a community out here in YouTube that hates PBC. And if you hate PBC and Al Heyman, then you hate every fighter that's affiliated. So you never gave Jamel Charlo the benefit of the doubt. You never gave his division the benefit of the doubt because he actually um cleared out his division. That's the reason. And but you see how difficult the division is and how stacked the division is, right? You can match them up from the number 1 to the number 10. You can match up a Fundura and Xander Zayas, or Virgil Ortiz and Xander Zayas, Virgil Ortiz and Fundura. Keith Thurman is in the 154-pound division, and he ain't taking the back seat for nobody, right? Because he's a highly accomplished welterweight. And the only blemish on his record was Manny Pacquiao losing to a freak of nature. Manny Pacquiao, the A Division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Um, we don't know if Jamel Charlo gonna come back. We saw Bud Crawford had one fight in the 154-pound division, had a difficult time, and then ran to Canelo Alvarez. Well, he ran to the arms of Turki Alalshikh, and Turki Alalshikh said, "I don't want to give you a good fight. Don't go back to the 154, my friend. I was very scared of you, my chocolate thunder. I really thought that mother Bob beat you, but I don't want you to stay in 154 because there's a lot of difficult, there's a lot of dangerous people in 154. So my chocolate thunder, don't go back. I have a fight for you. That if you're going to lose, you will lose respectfully. So I'm going to put you versus Cinnamon Bun Canelo Alvarez. Do you understand? Don't you go back to 154. You scared me, Chocolate Thunder. You scared me with matter of Chocolate Thunder. My Chocolate Thunder. My Chocolate Thunder. My Chocolate Thunder, my friend. My Chocolate Thunder. My Chocolate Thunder, my friend. I'm gonna come up with a song. It's a bitch. I'm gonna come up with the picture. Come, my chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder, my friend. My chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder, my friend. My chocolate thunder. Oh, shit. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, my chocolate. My chocolate thunder, my friend. My chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder. Hey, yo, I don't give a damn. I'm going to drive that song in your head. When y'all go to, before y'all go to sleep, y'all going to be singing that song. Y'all going to be singing jingles when y'all at work in the morning. Y'all be like, damn, Punch, man, you got that. My chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder, my friend. My chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder, my friend. My chocolate thunder. My chocolate. I'm gonna make y'all sing that jungle, that jingle, that jingle's gonna stay in your head throughout the whole day for 24 hours. That gonna get tight. Fingers locking. He locked his fingers, bro. Come over here, my chocolate thunder. Hold my hand. Hold it nice and proud, motherfucker. Man. But anyway. Anyway. So Zayas says, "Yo, Virgil Ortiz, this is not a real offer. Stop lying to your fans." And then then Xander Zayas actually exposed the email that president of Golden Boy Promotions, Eric Gomez, sent a proposal to Top Rank. And this is, see, this is the immaturity of these fighters, man. They putting their business out on Front Street like that. Um, So Xander Zayas put an email out, and this was he exposed the email of Golden Boy Promotions towards Carl Moretti from Top Rank. So Eric Gomez sent him, "Thanks for the prompt reply. It's a 50-50% deal. Venue could be in Nevada or California. As for the remaining details, we can work them out. Yes, the zone would put up a fight night advance against a portion of the estimated pay-per-view revenue. What I really need is a confirmation that Xander wants to fight in December 2025. If you confirm that, we can work on the rest of the details." Okay. I don't know why Xander Zayas said to come to Puerto Rico. Like, let's be real, let's be honest. Yes, you a champion, but Xander Zayas, you a top rank. Top rank don't even have a network deal. Who, you can't even call the shots. Like, okay, what network wants you to be in Puerto Rico, Xander? What network? Please talk to us, Xander. What network wants you in Puerto Rico, Xander? Because ESPN is not here. Top Rank don't have a deal. So Top Rank ain't talking to nobody. Are you gonna put up the fight, Xander? Are you gonna put 41 Univision 41 in it or something like that? Huh? Maybe you could get a deal with them. Not MVP because that is how you still still have a contract with Top Rank. So I don't understand what, like, you don't have, even though that you a champion, you don't have the pull to even request where you want to fight. This is a big fight. And also, Xander Zayas, who is a champion, we're gonna reference that. We're gonna reference that time and time again. He's a champion. He's a champion. He's a champion, right? Even though that he's a champion, I don't think he's proven like Vergil Ortiz. Even though that he's a champion, that doesn't mean that you are a side. Even though that you're a champion, that doesn't mean you're the top dog in the 154-pound division. Even if you were a champion, that doesn't mean that you was headlining your own cards. How many cards have Xander Zayas headlined? Again, this is what Virgil Ortiz said to Xander Zayas. What exactly is so unfavorable about the offer? It's a 50-50 fight. That's respect right there. You could tell that Golden Boy Promotions Virgil Ortiz is respecting Xander Zayas as a champion. Because we all know that Xander Zayas just headlined his first. I think this was his first card he headlined, maybe second, but I'm gonna stick to the first. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. When has Xander Zayas headlined his own card? Hmm? Does Texas have a big PR fan base? I think so. For Virgil, because see, at least didn't Virgil headline his card versus Maurice Hooker? So he don't have the cachet to determine where things should be and things should go. But what I like about the Virgil Ortiz and Golden Boy Promotions is that here's a 50-50. Let's fight in the neutral ground. See, Virgil Ortiz ain't even said let's go fight in Texas, even though that we know that if the fight is in Texas, it will be good. And I said this during the video. I said, Virgil Vergil Ortiz is not known homecoming fighter for Xander Zayas. See, and another thing, there's people out there, there's few people that feel like even Xander Zayas being a champion, that he wasn't ready for a guy like Vergil Ortiz, that he's still not ready for the top notch fighters in the 154-pound division, in which I disagree. I think once you're a champion, you let the whole world know that you're ready to not just get a belt, but to be a champion, to beat the best, to be the best, to fight the best, to be the best. You already got responsibilities. Now, if you didn't have a world title, there's no responsibility. I'm good. I'm cool with that. You wouldn't have the responsibility. I wouldn't be asking Xander Zayas at the age of 22 that he got to do this, he got to do that, he got to do this. No. So, Xander's has never headlined a venue that holds more than 5K. Facts. So why is Xander's eyes playing this? Think that he's Miguel Cotto. You're not Miguel Cotto, my brother. Not yet. You're not Tito Trinidad. Okay. You're not even Amanda Serrano. You're not Amanda Serrano. You don't do the big Madison Square Garden. And shout out to Amanda Serrano. I know that she loves Xander Zayas and very supportive of Xander Zayas. And look, I like Xander Zayas. I like Xander Zayas, but I don't want him. I don't want to be. I don't want him to become a diva now. Like, why do we wait for these champions to be champions and pump them to be champions to be a diva? Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Sorry for the noise. Hold on. Give me a second. So yeah, his fan base not wanting the Virgil fight is the funniest part. Exactly. You know why? You know why? Because his fan base. Look, look, look. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We're all boxing fans here. I hate. You know what I hate is when us boxing fans like to pick and choose when to be intellect, when to know, when to be knowledgeable. Like this is a community of hardcore boxing fans. There's some times where people like to troll, people like to entertain, people like to be funny. We all do that. We all do that. It's all cool. But this is straight boxing. Like this is straight boxing right now that we're talking about at this stage, right now, in this topic. Let's be real, let's be honest. Xander Zayas is a good young fighter. Got a lot of upsides. He's only 22 years old, still haven't even hit his man strength. His performance was good, really good. But it wasn't the type of performance that says, damn, oh yeah, man, he gonna beat a Crawford. Damn, he could beat maybe a Bowachuk, man. He could beat Vergil Ortiz, man. He could beat Boots Ennis. No, it just didn't give us that. And it's okay. It's okay because he got time for it. But the only problem is that he got a world title. And now he's gonna be the hunted one. And as soon as Vergil Ortiz sniffed that Xander Zayas is a champion, I'm coming for you. Or come in Puerto Rico. You know it's not gonna happen in Puerto Rico. You don't got no perks. You don't got no bargaining chips right now. Why would they go to Puerto Rico knowing that you are only doing less than 5K? You're not selling out the Hulu theater. You're not even selling that shit out. You don't really even know if people know you so much in Puerto Rico. Just because you're Puerto Rican, that doesn't mean the Puerto Rican people know you. Just because you're Puerto Rican, a fighter, that doesn't mean the Puerto Rican fans know you like that. Because I remember when I was watching um Subriel Matias in Minnesota, Subriel Matias in Vegas. You ain't see a bunch of Puerto Ricans supporting Subriel Matias. The only reason why people supported Subriel Matias was that once Subriel Matias' name got attached to Teofimo Lopez, and then Teofimo Lopez, a high-profile fighter, now they're looking at a promising. Of course, people want the Puerto Rican fan base wants to see the next fighter, wants to see their next poster boy, because of course, Puerto Rican boxing in the mainstream in boxing has had a drought. And then as soon as Subriel Matias loses to Liam Paru, everybody forgets about Subriel Matias. As a matter of fact, Subriel Matias did perform in Puerto Rico after the Liam Paru. Ain't nobody was talking about it. I ain't hear not one Puerto Rican come to me and talk about Subriel Matias' next fight after the Liam Paru. Not one. Not one came to my channel. Not one. Hey, yo, folks, even these guys was making, there was a couple of channels that was making video off of me. There was a couple of channels that made videos off me. And since they deactivated their channels after Subriel Matias lost, I ain't even seen him. But then when he beat Puello, here it comes again. But I already see that some of these fan bases there, they just rock the wave. They'll abandon a fighter right quick. Mike from Boston in the building. What's good, man? What's good, brother? Everything good? Shout out to Mike from Boston. So, this is a good fight. 50-50 split, Las Vegas, Nevada, the zone pay-per-view. I'm winning. I wanted to pay for it. I know I understand there's people who still does not want to, I ain't paying for no pay-per-view. I'm willing to pay for the pay-per-view. I'm willing to pay for Fundura Keith Thurman pay-per-view. It is what it is. This is boxing. It is what it is. I love boxing. I'm going to pay for it if I want to buy the product. All right. Just like any other product, in the stores, in your department stores, on Amazon. If I like the product, I'll pay for it. I ain't going to bitch around. I ain't going to call Amazon if I see a lotion that costs $57 that I could buy for $15 or saying call Amazon and put a review up on Google. No. That's the only time that I go at people that's always complaining about pay. Sure, these are pay-per-view, yo. On the people that complain about pay-per-view, oh my God, this costs too much, or hell no, I ain't buying that shit. Yo, so don't buy it. You don't gotta complain to the world that you can't afford the pay-per-view. Mike from Boston says, hey yo, same old, same old. I was standing on Canelo beating the hell out of Crawford. We will be proven right. Tell him, Mike from Boston. I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop the snack out of Terrence Bud Crawford. I think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna beat Terrence Bud Crawford to the white meat. I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat him like a pinata. I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat Terrence Bud Crawford and he's going to make him speak Spanish to Bo Mac in between the rounds. I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat him to a pulp. As a matter of fact, if the people that believe that Terrence Bud Crawford is just going to stand there because he's a dog, huh? He's a dog, not punch. He ain't gonna do what William Scott did. Bud Crawford is a dog. Well, guess what? Ese tiburón of Canelo Alvarez is going to rip him apart. Uh, no, to be honest, no. I don't like to call people, dummies or stupid. I truly think, and look, yo, you know what's the beauty about the sport of boxing? That anything can happen. That anything can happen, and people have their bragging rights. Win, lose. People going to have their "I told you so" parade. People want to feed, crow soup. If, let's say, Bud Crawford stops Canelo Alvarez, of course, there's gonna be a bunch of people that are gonna be like, "Yo, punch. Well, I thought you said this. I thought you said that." But I'm gonna stay on my square on this one. I truly think when people analyze the fight with Terence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and when they say that Terence Bud Crawford is going to stop and hurt Canelo Alvarez, I truly think that there's something mentally wrong with them. I don't. I truly think so. I think that when people say, "Oh, Terence Crawford is gonna stop Canelo," Terence Crawford is gonna hurt Canelo, I truly think I don't. I, I don't look at them different from uh, a fiend out dude in 125th in Lexington, drunk, fiend out, cracked out. That's the way. To be honest, that's the way I look at people. I'm not. I'm being strictly honest. I'm not even funny. When people say, when I read, "Hey, yo, Bud Crawford gonna knock, is gonna hurt Canelo, gonna knock him out," I truly think they have mental issues and should be checked. I think those type of individuals should be in Bellevue Hospital. Now, put it this way. Put it this way. This is the nature of boxing, though. If you take me back in the days when Mike Tyson fought Buster Douglas, and let's say we had YouTube back in the days, right? Or let's say that this fight presents itself, and we living in the Mike Tyson era, right? And there's YouTube, and this is us, and I say that Buster Douglas will knock out Mike Tyson. You will think I'm a fool too, right? Right? You would think that I'm a fool. Bring the shovel said Bud stopping Canelo isn't realistic. Okay. Bud stopping Canelo isn't realistic. See, that's what isn't realistic. Oh, isn't realistic. Okay. So yeah, Terence Bud Crawford is great enough to stop Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez is just a little punching bag that has no arms, that has no brain, that has no skills, that has no defense. Like I truly think there's people out here that don't watch boxing. I don't know what's the impression they get off Canelo Alvarez. Like, okay, Canelo Alvarez is not stopping everybody. What impression you get off Canelo Alvarez to think that Terence Bud Crawford is the guy that's gonna hurt him, that's gonna KO him? No, it's not realistic. I could see it happen. Well, you could see happen, cause you ain't never seen that. You ain't never seen Canelo Alvarez almost even getting knocked out in the past. What the last time he got stung, he was what, 19, 20 years old? Canelo is slow. Oh, if he's so slow, why having a bunch of people beating him up? Put it this way: if Canelo Alvarez is so slow, he's slow. He is flat-footed. He That means if he's slow, then his reflex is slow. If he's slow, that means his offense and defense is slow. If he's flat-footed, he's there to be taken apart. Why is Canelo Alvarez then? Why is Canelo Alvarez one of the greatest of this era? If he's so slow, he got sand feet. I don't understand what drives y'all. Like, stop mind effing yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, please stop watching Peter Pan. Stop. Hey, yo, this what it is. I know y'all coming from the Walt Disney community. Yeah, coming from ladies and gentlemen, the people that are saying that Canelo Alvarez is gonna stop by Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez is gonna get hurt by Bud Crawford is gonna beat the crap out of Canelo Alvarez. They're not boxing fans. They're coming from the Walt Disney community. They've been watching fairy tales. They've been watching Peter Pan. They remind me of the Lost Boys. That's what I'm gonna call these fans, the Lost Boys, because y'all motherfuckers using your imaginations. Use your imaginations, Peter. Peter, use your imagination if you want to fly, Peter. Peter, use your imagination. And that's what even Turki Alalshikh wants you to be, a lost boy within his wet dream fantasy fights, right? Do you like Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez? Imagine, I had a dream. Like Martin Luther King, my friend. I had a dream. There my chocolate under. Let's put it. Let's put it for a punch put their fathers, motherfucker. Put their fathers. I mean, hold in his hand. Punch boxing. I had a dream. I had a dream. There my Terence Crawford, my little chocolate under. beat Canelo Alvarez. And I want my dream to come to fruition. I want my dream to be shown all over the world. It's the reason I picked Netflix because I know everybody have Netflix. You are American are cheap. Don't buy pay-per-views or put it on Netflix so you can see my dream. So you can see my fantasies. So you can see my chocolate thunder. Go out there and do what he do. Rippity rip, rippity rap. Just looking at that Turki Alalshikh, like, okay, you can have money all over, but he does look like he's not all up there. Just like, no, listen, no, let's be serious because I think that sometimes when a person got money, people see him a different way. Like you see how people be like Turkey, I say, yo, Turkey, yo, like they so like starstruck. But just look. All right, just look at Turkey right now, like right now, right? Like just look at him. You don't take this guy serious. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Just look at just look towards Turkey Alalshikh right now. He's on. Just look at him right now. And he's in your, and remember when you were in high school, right? Just look at Turkey. He don't look like he all up there. Just because, yo, brothers, just because he got money, that doesn't mean like he's the shit. Hold my hand, chocolate thunder. You would be Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez didn't want to hold my hand. Anyway, let's go back. I truly think that the people that believe that Terrence Book Crawford is going to beat Canelo Alvarez, hurt Canelo Alvarez, TKO Canelo Alvarez, stop Canelo Alvarez, knock out Canelo Alvarez, I truly think that they have mental issues. I think they have uh, um, brain cells deficiencies. I truly think so. I don't know what's the idea of mind effing yourself. Like, but look, anything can happen in the sport of boxing, right? We never thought. I didn't think that Prescott was gonna knock out Amir Khan. I didn't think that Buster Douglas was gonna be Mike Tyson. I didn't think that, to be honest, I didn't think that Andy Ruiz was gonna be Anthony Joshua. We didn't think that George Camboso was gonna be Teofimo Lopez, right? So I understand. I understand that anything could happen in the sport of boxing. But I'm not gonna make my prediction based off that anything can happen in the sport of boxing. I'm gonna base my prediction off the experience, the skill set, offense, defense. And when I'm talking about experience, I'm also talking about the experience to assess and break down a fight with particular styles that one could handle, right? A particular style that one can handle, how vulnerable they are, how the weak and strengths of these fighters. So when I look at the Terrence Book Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and I know we was talking about the Vergil Ortiz, and we go back to that, right? Um, Canelo Alvarez is highly skillful. Not only that he's highly skillful, is that Canelo Alvarez has a game plan. See, there's fighters out there that don't have or don't go by their game plan. There are fighters out there that truly don't go by their strategy. They just go by their skills and talent and they just beat up the person and stuff like that. Um, Canelo Alvarez scientifically know how to break his opponent down, and he know how to do it within rounds. It's like it's scientifically breaking him down. I'm gonna break him down. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break his arm. I'm gonna go to the hip. So guess what? They're on by the time the eighth round comes, seventh, eighth, ninth round comes, right? And the way that Canelo Alvarez dissect his opponent, you're not gonna move like you was moving, and your punch is not gonna be effective as much. You ain't gonna have that type of snap because I already took care of your arm, I took care of your hip, I took care of your movement, and I'm taking care of your arsenal at the same time. And that's how Canelo Alvarez is. Canelo Alvarez was never this knockout artist. And I think that many have put that coat on Canelo Alvarez that he's this knockout artist. Oh, he's really declined and he don't knock nobody out. Well, Canelo Alvarez didn't beat Trout by knocking him out. Canelo Alvarez is not this he didn't knock out Cotto. Canelo Alvarez didn't knock out Lara. Canelo Alvarez didn't knock out not even Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Canelo Alvarez didn't knock out Daniel Jacobs. Canelo Alvarez didn't knock out a bunch of people. Canelo Alvarez is not this knockout artist. He's not a Mike Tyson. He's not that, but he'll break you down. He can knock, he got power, but he got break you down power. And that's what people don't like to see. They only like to see the Terrence Book Crawford side. Oh, Terrence is highly technically savvy. He got good movement. He got good this. Yes, and Book Crawford does have it. But Canelo Alvarez has been doing this at the highest level. Let's not forget that Canelo Alvarez is actually. Let's not forget that Canelo Alvarez actually um is younger than Book Crawford, more seasoned than Book Crawford, more active than Book Crawford, got a better resume than Book Crawford. His chin has been tested because he's gone up in weight and fought the best in their weight class. And these fighters are known for power. These fighters are known to be knockout artists. These fighters are known to be the most devastating punchers of this era with Kovalev and Triple G's. And nothing faced Canelo Alvarez. What is Terrence Book Crawford going to do, Canelo Alvarez? What? You're going to give me the but Mayweather. Well, guess what? Terrence Book Crawford is not Mayweather. Sorry, he doesn't have the intellect like Mayweather. Mayweather could fight you, or Mayweather could box you, or Mayweather could just strip all your arsenal and put it in his pocket and take care of business. I've seen Terrence Book Crawford not have master class, like he don't master class you. Like he hurts you, he stops you, he knocks you out, but leading to the knockout, he's not. It's not like he's up in the score in the scorecards like by 6 rounds. No, he wasn't up in the scorecards like five, like he was outboxing Sean Porter. No, he stopped Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed to fight to beat Mean Machine. He needed to become that dog to beat Sean Porter. But you're asking Terrence Bud Crawford to become that dog versus Canelo Alvarez. And we talking about who's the best. Like, what does counter punchers do? Like you always say, a lot of people understand that Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest counter punchers we've seen. All right, what does counter punchers love to do? Counter. So they like aggressiveness. So is Terrence Bud Crawford gonna turn into that dog that y'all think he's gonna turn because y'all think that Bud Crawford is not gonna perform like William Skull, or that Bud Crawford is gonna go for the gusto unlike Jamel Charlo. So y'all think that Bud Crawford is gonna turn into the Bud Crawford of Earl Spence, the Bud Crawford of Dave Avenesian. You truly think so? Go watch that fifth round with Eve. Go watch that fifth round or fourth round with Dave Avenesian and Terrence Bud Crawford. Even Terrence Book Crawford had to turn it up and knock him out because he wasn't like purely just outboxing Madrimov like it was. No, not Madrimov. I'm sorry, Dave Avenesian. Even Dave Avenesian in the fifth round and fourth round was putting hands on him, connecting with right hands. Let me say it like this: Terrence Book Crawford gets hit with the right hand. Canelo Alvarez got a good chopper and right. And I'm not saying that Canelo Alvarez can't be touched. All I'm saying is Canelo Alvarez can't be hurt even when he's touched. I'm gonna tell you like this: Turkey Alalshikh did it Terrence Book Crawford a favor. And maybe that's the reason why I'm a little bit frustrated with Turkey Alalshikh. Not just with Terrence Book Crawford, but with Canelo Alvarez as well. Because we all know that the fight that we all wanted to see was Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. That's the fight that we all wanted to see, to be honest. And by Turkey Alalshikh giving these guys options but put it this way, this is why I'm frustrated with Turkey Alalshikh, because first Turkey Alalshikh got the money to put any fight that he want or claim to put whatever fight and claim that he wants the best fight in the best. He was not supposed to give Canelo Alvarez an option. And he was not supposed to give Terence Bud Crawford an option, meaning that after the Berlanga fight and his deal with PBC, where was Canelo Alvarez going to go after? His back was against the wall with the David Benavidez. I think he started to lose, and really that pressure of David Benavidez was coming through fruition. That master pressure, especially when David Benavidez is actually doing what Canelo Alvarez wanted him to do, and to fight other fighters and go out there and fight good fighters, and then come back to the table and talk about a fight with me, right? David Benavidez did that. Think about it. Canelo Alvarez was about to face Jake Paul. That's how much that it was already towards the end of Canelo Alvarez's career. If he does not want to fight David Benavidez or get his get back with Bivol. It was only two fights that I believe that Canelo Alvarez and a lot of people in the boxing world wanted Canelo Alvarez to fight. Respectfully, right? Either the David Benavidez or get your get back with Bivol. If he would have picked Bivol rather than David Benavidez, a lot of people still would have respected Canelo Alvarez and would have been like, "Yo, Canelo Alvarez, man, he crazy." Cause after after that loss, a lot of people were saying that Canelo Alvarez can't beat Bivol, right? He probably would have been a master underdog for the first time in a long time. But then we would have let that Canelo Alvarez like, yo, he's still daring to be great at this stage of his career. He got all the money. He's still willing to go out there and dare to be great. If he would have never picked Dimitri Bivol but go to David Benavidez, then he's giving the fans what we all wanted to see. Canelo Alvarez was about to face Jake Paul. Let's not forget that. Because that's it. I said it. There was no. There's nowhere else to go, but those fights. For Terence Bud Crawford, why I'm frustrated is because I knew all along, and I've been telling y'all this, folks. If y'all follow the channel, y'all know that I've been saying that 154-pound division is the landmine division. I knew if he was going to move up to the 154, that was going to be some good count for Terence Bud Crawford. And I did one of the Jamel Charlo and Terence Bud Crawford fight. Of course, Jamel Charlo got the Canelo Alvarez fight, so I'm excusing that from Bud Crawford. Like he did look at Jamel Charlo and stuff like that after the fight with Earl Spence. But we all know when we saw Terence Bud Crawford versus Majumov that he looked ordinary. Then we saw the performance of the Vergil Ortiz and Majumov. And we're looking at it like, of course, that's what we do in the sport of boxing. Yeah, we do the little triangle theory, even though it doesn't work for the most part. But this is boxing talk. This is the division that I truly think he would have been challenged. In the welterweight division, yes, but these guys in the welterweight division have lost their hunger. You know, Keith Thurman, he said himself he lost his killer instinct. Earl Spence, we all know that prior to the fight, long layoff, had another car accident. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence, I'm not trying to excuse Earl Spence, but I don't think that he fought Earl Spence at the time that he needed to fight Earl Spence. Also, when the fight was supposed to take place, Bud Crawford pulled out of the negotiations and went to fight David Avenesian, and will prolong that type of fight. So, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like. So, we saw the vulnerability of Bud Crawford, but then Turki Alalshikh gives Bud Crawford Canelo Alvarez. So now he gives him the type of option in which they're not dumb enough to decline because it's so much money. So much money. Really, you trying to give you look like Canelo Alvarez. Usted me está dando ese dinero para pelear. Ese Tigres. You giving me all this money to fight a welterweight? All right. Shit. Canelo's gonna take that. That shit like a hey yo, Canelo Alvarez, this is easy work for this is easy for Canelo Alvarez. This is gonna be so easy. Y'all gonna understand how easy it's gonna be. Bad fight for Bud. He would have had a better shot. But at least but Bud is taking the fight because of the money. And he doesn't get. I'm gonna tell you, Terence Bud Crawford is not training to beat Canelo Alvarez. Terrence Buck Crawford is, I'm saying it right now, Punch Drunk Boxing is saying Terrence Buck Crawford is not training to beat Canelo Alvarez. Terrence Buck Crawford is training not to get fucked up by Canelo Alvarez. It's a difference. Terrence Buck Crawford is training to survive against Canelo Alvarez. He's not training to beat him. He's getting his body prepared for the beat down, for the of hitting of the arm and the hips. He wants to lose, but not wants to lose, but he's training to lose respectfully. He's training to lose like Berlanga. He's training to lose like Charlo. He's training to lose like William Skull. That's what he's training to do. Terrence Buck Crawford is gonna take the money, put his ski mask, take Turkey Alalshik's money, and survive. And if he survives, that's a win for Buck Crawford. And that would be a lose for Canelo Alvarez because I think that's what Canelo Alvarez is getting his criticism. Is that he's not stopping these fighters no more that people believe is not even on his level. But he's been doing that. He's been doing that. Like I said again, he won the whole 12 rounds with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who he was beating up every round. He just couldn't knock out. He's going to survive. That's how. You know who I think actually tried to really beat Canelo Alvarez and just wasn't good enough? Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs tried. Danny Jacobs even said, man, F this rehydration clause. I'm going to put myself in best position to win the fight. Forget this money. How much did they fine Danny Jacobs? Like $250,000 a pound or something like that? Or he lost like a couple million, something like that, right? I think Daniel Jacobs truly trained to win that fight. And I think that Buck Crawford is training not to get effed up. But you know what? I want Terrence Crawford to bring that. I want Terrence Crawford to come with that dog mentality. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want Terrence Crawford to come out like a lot of people think that he gonna come out. Yeah, I want Terrence Crawford to show the heart. Don't you? Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, put it this way. I think that Terrence Crawford could come with that Tommy Hearns heart. Huh? Right? Right, folks? Don't y'all want, hey, yo, in the chat, don't you want Terrence Crawford to come out with that heart like Thomas Hearns? Huh? Come on, give me a yes or give me a no. Thomas Hitman Hearns. Huh? Thomas Hitman Hearns, man. Yeah, man, come with that heart. Y'all know that Thomas Hitman heart. Thomas Hitman Hearns had heart. Man, yeah, come out swinging. Come out swinging, bud. I believe in you, bud. I believe that you could tap into that old spirit of fighting and tap into that Tom Hitman Hearn or fight the way that people think that you're gonna fight. Yeah. And not get knocked out in the third round. And get knocked out in the third round. Yeah, bring that heart. Bring that dog. Bring that dog. Oh, yeah. Buck Crawford's gonna hurt Canelo away. Yeah, bring that dog. Come on. Come on, bud. That's the bud I want to see. No, don't run around. Don't run around like William Skull. No, don't be timid like Jamel Charlo. No. I want you to bring that dog. This is what the people telling me. No, you stop comparing Jamel Charlo to Bud Crawford. He's not on his level. So I want that dog. I want Terrence Crawford to bring that dog, man. DMX and my dog's bite. I want to bring that dog. And when he brings that dog to Canelo Alvarez, oh yeah, Canelo Alvarez going to chew him up and spit him out in 3 rounds. Bring that dog out. Bring that dog out. You're gonna take him out like old yellow. Hmm? You remember that dog? You remember that story, old yellow? He was a good dog, but it was time to take him out. Out in the woodshed. Oh yeah, man. Canelo Alvarez going to put him out like old yellow. Y'all remember the one? Y'all remember the old one? That old movie, Old Yellow? Y'all remember? He was a good dog. He was a good dog. But it was time to put that old yellow out. Out in the woodshed. Too Rich Boxing says, hell nah. Crawford needs to box him early. Canelo ain't got but a good 6 rounds. After that, smash the gas. What are y'all smoking on a Sunday evening? Like, what is it? What are y'all smoking, man? Damn, I want to sell that shit. No wonder I be seeing so many fiends nowadays in the hood, bro. I'm like, yo, I was chilling in the block. When was it, yesterday? And I'm like, no, not yesterday, day before yesterday, whatever. And I'm like, yo, man, there's too many fiends now. This shit's looking like 1989, 1990. Damn, when I was a young. Like, yo, it's so much. And I'm like looking, and then I'm thinking about it. Yo, maybe the fiends are in my comment section. Because I be reading the craziest shit. Oh, shit. Like, for real, what are y'all smoking? You know what it is? This is what it is also. This is what it is. This is what it is. Is that we've been talking about this fight and breaking down this fight for so long. I mean, not for so long, but like in a year, like every other day. There's somebody talking about Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, right? Think about it. Bud Crawford haven't been in the ring since Madrimov. So we've been talking about this 2024 fall, 2024 winter, 2025 winter. We've been talking about this for a long time. And the thing is that people have been breaking this fight down for such a long time that you've been breaking it down so much. Now your mind is telling you, let's play that. Your mind is playing devil advocate now because you've been breaking it down the same way for such a long time, but you just can't be saying the same thing for such a long time all day when you're talking about the sport of boxing. So now is you seen a little training, you on YouTube, you seen the training of Bud Crawford, and you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Man, I really don't think that Bud Crawford can actually win this fight. I I I think that motherfucker, I think that motherfucker do it. I already think so. You saw it hit the head, man. Hey yo, Damien, Damien, Maurice. Kalishiwa. I really think that Bud Crawford gonna do it this time. I truly think so. I know that. I know that Canelo Alvarez a bad boy, but I'll do it like this. Hey, yo, Damian, Maurice, Malik, Carissa, Hey, Watson. I really think that Bud Crawford gonna knock him out. You don't believe that. You mind fucking yourself to believe that. You're mind effing yourself to believe that Bud Crawford could hurt and beat Canelo. Look, oh yeah. Oh, put it this way, it's better. Yeah. I mean, Canelo Alvarez starts slow, you know what I'm saying? All that Bud Crawford need to do is outbox him. And then in the later rounds, that's when Bud Crawford going to drown Canelo Alvarez. like if Canelo Alvarez can't swim, like Canelo Alvarez ain't the shark or the killer whale. Like who they think that Canelo Alvarez is? Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he's just gonna outbox him, and then he take him out in the later rounds, and then you know. Oh yeah. They're gonna take out Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. He gonna hurt him. Buddy gonna hurt him. He gonna hurt him. He said Crawford at 154 welterweight has put in more work over the years than Benavidez to earn this fight. Goes to show people just so Bud Crawford earned the fight with Canelo Alvarez. Oh yeah, he earned the fight with Canelo Alvarez. You know what? Now, oh yeah, you know who earned the fight. Now, oh yeah, you know who the four division world champion, two division undisputed world champion, has earned the fight with Alexander Usyk. He put in the work. You know who has earned the right. He's accomplished more than than Joseph Parker, and he's earned the right to fight Alexander Usyk. Vamos a hablar así, mi gente, vamos a hablar a lo loco así. Let's talk crazy now. Let's talk crazy. Bam Rodriguez have earned the right to face um Teofimo Lopez at 140. Vamos a hablar loco, yeah. He said the same Canelo that fought Mayweather, Lara. He beat Lara. And he beat Golovkin. So I don't know what he's talking about. Sorry. Canelo lost. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Canelo Alvarez lost Mayweather and Bivol. That's it. That's all on the record. That's the only fights that he lost. I don't know about the other guys. Stop lying. Go find it in the box rack. No, he didn't. He only lost to Mayweather. How much you want to bet any money right now? Right now. Right now, we got to put it on a cash app. $1,000. How much you want to bet? You find me where when Canelo Alvarez lost to, with Golovkin and Lara, and I'm gonna find you that he didn't, and I'm gonna find you that he only lost to Mayweather and Bivol. You want to bet on that? Let's bet. Let's bet $1,000 right now on the cash app. Let's go to. Let's go. Let me see. Let me see if you a man or a woman on your you a man of your word. You want to bet that? I'm about to put the box rec on the screen. You want to bet that? Let's bet that right now. Let me see if you're a man about it. $1,000 right now. You want to do $100? We can do $100. Cash app. If you could find me the record that tells me that Canelo Alvarez has lost 4 times, I'm gonna show you that he only lost 2 times. Let's go. Let's bet that. Let me see if you're a person with feelings or fake or facts. Facts over feeling. And you want to bet? Come on, man. I'm gonna put the box right. Let me know what he lost because I don't remember that fight. Did Lara and Canelo ever had a rematch or something that I forgot that Lara beat him? Every close fight, they think that the high invested fighter or the favorite loses. That's the nature of the sport. When fans think that when the underdog gives the favorite a fight, it's an automatic loss in their mind. But also, I know I didn't want to bring up the snackers. I didn't want to. I did a video and I said, you know what? Let's look at the other side. Let's have the different perspective. Let's look at the positive out of this, right? And I said, you know what? I'm taking my foot off my neck. I'm taking my foot off the snackers and Victor Conte's neck. Victor Conte has done his time. Victor Conte has, deserves a second chance. And people come to my channel and they be like, yo, but Punch, why don't you talk about Bam Rodriguez and Snack? Why don't you talk about Vergil Ortiz and Snack? Why you gotta bring Terrence Bud Crawford and why you have to bring Devin Haney and shit like that? Why people only want to bring the black fighters though? Why? because you know that the reason why some people want channels to bring up Bam Rodriguez while people are questioning but Crawford. People want us and other boxing content creators to bring up Bam Rodriguez and Vergil Ortiz, but they want us to bring it because they look at it from a race thing. That's why they saying Bam and Virgil. Why you talking about Bam and Virgil? No, because they want to bring the race thing. They don't want us to hold Victor Conte accountable or question him or be suspicious of him because Bud Crawford is highly respected. So because Bud Crawford is highly respected, they want us to give Victor Conte a major pass. They want us to look at him with a guy that did his time and is a great man in society and stuff like that, right? But when it was Devin Haney that he was a hated fighter, nobody was trying to give it the Conte the benefit of the doubt because Devin Haney in this community is kind of hated and is it's lucrative to dislike him or talk ish about him. Let's be real, let's be honest. But Terrence Buck Crawford is highly liked and highly respected that to question or be suspicious of him, now they want us to treat or talk about Victor Conte in a way that we never truly talked about him, right? On Buck Crawford's behalf. And I said the reason why we do really talk about Terrence Buck Crawford, the Devin Haney, and the snack in the past year or so is because Victor Conte is the one that puts out information of Terrence Buck Crawford and Devin Haney, which when does Victor Conte talks about Bam Rodriguez? When does Victor Conte talks about Vergil Ortiz? See, we don't voluntarily bring this up because we don't want to talk about it. We boxing fans truly don't want to talk about the politics and the corruption in the sport of boxing, knowing that there's politics and corruption in the sport of boxing. But we don't want to take the fun away from it, right? We will still want to see a fight. The reason why we bring up Victor Conte is because Victor Conte is the one that put up the the VADA testing, negative test of Terrence Buck Crawford. The reason why he the one that went to do the TMZ interview right after the Ryan Garcia popped dirty and he's very vocal about Devin Haney, very vocal about Terrence Buck Crawford. He's not vocal about Bam, so it doesn't bring attention to Bam. For example, and I'm gonna give you an example right here. This was Victor Conte today or yesterday, right? Hold on. August 16th, transparency. Erickson Lubin, are you and your opponent both doing random drug testing for your upcoming fight? I see that Angel Memo Heredia is in your camp. Please confirm or deny that you are doing drug testing, right? Okay. Why does he deserve the transparency of Erickson Lubin? Is that his fighter? No. You see what I mean? That Victor Conte brings attention to these matters, right? But peep this, who is he talking to? He's talking to Erickson Lubin. What is Erickson Lubin is? What does he identify with? Black. Now, if people start talking about Erickson Lubin, and this is the thing about bringing to attention. Look what Erickson Lubin replied to. Facts are the fight isn't finalized, so it's not right to speak on it. But we did stipulate VADA testing. Otherwise, Vic, it's really none of your business, and you should keep your beef with Memo between you and him. Have a great day. This is the difference, and I've been saying this for a long time. This is the difference between Memo and Victor Conte. I didn't even know that Erickson Lubin is with Memo. You know why? Because Memo stays quiet. Memo knows that if he's outspoken like Victor Conte, he brings attention to himself, which brings attention to his fighters, and then we have to question and be suspicious of their fighters. But guess what now? We're gonna have to talk about Erickson Lubin. All because of Victor Conte. And now because he's affiliated with Memo Heredia. And then some people are gonna be like, but you only talk about black fighters. Well, they bringing up the black fighters, not us. Give me a sec. You understand? Or y'all don't understand? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Yo, good looking now, Megan, with the $20 super chat. Great work, like always, Punch. Appreciate you. Megan in the building with the $20 super chat. A comprar comida china mañana. And a slushy. And a smoothie. We gotta get back healthy. And a smoothie. Good looking, I appreciate you. So let's go back, right? This was Victor Conte saying, right? So now, and look what he said about Andre Berto today. He said Berto, one of the greatest, biggest cheaters in boxing. This is Victor Conte today. And then people want to come and question me. Why am I saying this about these fighters? Because Victor Conte brings attention to himself and then to them. And then when he brings attention to himself, it brings attention to PEDs. And when he brings attention to himself, it brings attention to VADA testing. And when we talk about VADA testing, we talk about that he could circumvent tests. Do you understand why? But no, 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 no. There's big, even big channels saying, no, no, stop, stop. Why you guys are talking about Terrence Crawford and this fighter and this fighter? It got to be a black thing. No, Victor Conte makes it a black thing. How about that? How about Victor Conte is the one that share light on the black fighters? See, like Andre Berto. Like Andre Berto. Now Erickson Lubin. What are they? Latinos? Hispanics? Dime mi gente. So let's say if I want to make a video tomorrow, and I already did the video, but let's say I would let's say I want to do a video and I want to dial in and dive into, oh shit, Eric Lubin is with Memo. Yo, is Erickson Lubin? Be suspicious and questioning him. There's gonna be people in the comment section that gonna be like, yo, but Punch, why don't you why you talking about the black fighters and not the and not the Latinos or the Asians or the white fighters? No, because Victor Conte is bringing attention to the black fighters. Now we're going to be talking about Andre Berto. Damn, Andre, we already know that Andre Berto did pop dirty years ago, leading on to the Victor Ortiz fight. And then people, look, I'm going to say it like this. I love when people are pro their culture. If if they identify with race, see, I identify with culture. I identify with culture. People, but there's people that like to identify with race, right? But if you're pro race, if you're pro black and love everybody else, that's beautiful still. If you're pro Latino but love everybody else, that's beautiful. And yo, even if you pro white and love everybody else, that's beautiful. If you're Asian, pro Chinese, pro Japanese, pro um 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 Vietnamese, but you love everybody else, that's all cool. I'm good with that 100%. But I've been in this community for a long time. So it's not that you're pro. That there's some people that are pro black in this subject right now that we're talking about that hates everybody else. Pro black, but anti-Latinos, anti-Asians, anti-whites in terms of boxing content creation. Because I know there's a separation. I know there's a lot of people that hustles people. They're not really pro this and hate everything else. It's because they make it in their content that they're pro this and doesn't like everything else or doesn't give other people the benefit of the doubt because that's what their audience and there's an audience for that. Remember, in this boxing shit and the boxing content creation anyway, there's a lane for anything. Just like there's a lane for loving God, there's a lane for being a devil worshiper. There's a lane for loving the Canelo. There's a lane for hating Canelo. There's a lane for pro Latino. There's a lane for pro Black. There's a lane for pro Asian, especially Philippines. There's a lot of channels for Manny Pacquiao. And then there's a lane for anything else. Be pro the sport of boxing first, and emotional ties end. But it is what it is. So Victor Conte brings attention to. He don't bring attention to Bam Rodriguez. He don't bring attention to Vergil Ortiz. And before we talked about Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney, let's not forget Clarissa Shields. Then Clarissa Shields popped dirty for marijuana. And then Victor Conte was publicizing what it was, what the sanction. He knew her information. Every information of Clarissa Shields, he knew. So then we linked, oh, Clarissa Shields snacks. See, I didn't know that. At the time when Victor Conte was talking about Clarissa Shields, I really didn't know that Clarissa Shields was also a snacker. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But when he brings attention to himself and then brings attention to fighters, now we're looking at them. Raps off boxing now as the voice of the UK London. So, like I said before, all I know that Victor gets a pass in the sport of boxing. It is what it is. He gets a pass. People have opened their arms. These fighters love him. They love his money. They love him. They trust him with their body, with their blood, with their nutrition. They love him. But we all know that it's only in boxing. Because if you switch this picture and add them, what would you say? What will we say? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me. What would baseball fans would say? And it won't be no little whispers. It will be on front page, on headline, on the first topic on first take. It will be breaking news. It will be breaking news. LeBron James training with Victor Conte. Am I right or wrong? Or people just be like, no, LeBron James, he's clean. He's a freak of nature athlete. He's never dirty. Or Tommy, baseball player from the LA Dodgers. Hmm? What would their sports say? What would the news say? Punch. Imagine. Look, hey, yo, bring the shovel. Look at the picture. Are you watching it? It's LeBron James and Otami. If this was it, if this was the picture, and we hear Oh, LeBron James working out with Victor Conte and his snack in the facility. My God. My God, it would be his legacy will be tainted. Yo, it would be one of the worst PRs for LeBron James. It will be the worst PR for LeBron James, and it will be a worse PR for Tommy. Am I lying or no? Or this is just my imagination? It's like your imagination when y'all think that Bud Crawford is going to hurt Canelo Alvarez. But because it's Bud, hold on, but because it's Bud, you want Victor to be off limits because we respect Bud. And Bud is a constant professional. And Bud Crawford is a highly accomplished fighter. Is one of the great fighters that ever laced them up. And Bud Crawford right now is the poster boy of American boxing, the face of American boxing. Very likable, not too much dramatic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not create chaos. He is respected by many, loved by many. How can you? How dare you punch drunk? And you other boxing content creators in the independent media even question the great Terrence Bud Crawford. How dare you? Shut up, Bud. Shut up, punch. You know, Victor Conte is a very nice guy. He did his time. Give him his damn second chance. He's doing great. He's all for clean sports. Hey, yo, shout out to Victor. Shout out to Victor Conte because all I see but Crawford in this team is with the snack shirt. And guess what? This fight, hold on. This fight is gonna be on Netflix. It's promoted all over the world. It's promoted all over America and every major events and stuff like that, and football, NFL, but wrestling. You see it. You see the promos. But as soon, I'm gonna tell you right this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Soon. And if so, I think that is people. Look, people are very, very friendly with the media, mass media. If Stephen A. Smith or anybody like Stephen A. Smith questions Terrence Bud Crawford about the affiliation with Victor Conte, oh man, it's gonna be top news. It's gonna be like wildfire. The other news will have to comment on it. The other local epic, all the sports media will have to talk about it. That's when you know that boxing is really not on mainstream at all. Not even with Terrence Bud Crawford like that. Yeah, it's promos because these news don't know shit about boxing. If Stephen A. Smith on First Take has a debate with somebody, is Terrence Bud Crawford good with Victor Conte? Then the next show will talk about it. The next show will talk, and then this podcast will talk about it. This podcast was called, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's fortunate. Terrence Crawford right now was fortunate that nobody has uttered a peep of a question because they're scared. How about Mike Coppinger? You ask about it. Hey, maybe in this community, maybe the only guy that could get close to ask those questions is my brother Showbiz. And my brother Showbiz, the adult. Showbiz, the GOAT, what I call him. As Terrence Bud Crawford, what do you feel about the affiliation with you and Victor Conte? Do you feel like that's going to tamper with your legacy or that's going to have a blemish? If you are victorious versus Canelo Alvarez, do you worry about that? Because you do know if you do hurt Canelo Alvarez, like we never seen Canelo Alvarez be hurt, you know that people will utter the name Victor Conte. But he's not mass media yet. When is others going to ask the question? They're scared of Terrence Bud Crawford. They know that once they ask the question and he answers the question, shit's gonna hit like wildfire. So the best thing for PR is when you ask, they're gonna tell you, trust me, I've done media work, and they will tell you, just stick to this, don't ask this or don't ask that. And if you ask that, oh, they won't give me the credentials again. But nobody's answering in the chat. Everybody just watching or listening. Um, we got 61 people looking on. I don't see nobody answering the question. What about if this picture had LeBron James and Otami? What will the people say in the MLB and in the NBA? Anybody or everybody's not an NBA fan, they don't watch other sports but just boxing. Nobody's answering. I think that people's even scared to answer this question. I don't see 2 cents. I don't see CQ. I don't see nobody answering this question. Maybe they're scared too. Hmm? Why nobody's answering this question? And why is CQ and 2 cents are staying quiet like little bitches? Answer this question. What would they be saying about these players? Oh, they're using the bathroom. Se están haciendo la paja. Where are you guys in the chat? I asked a question. Where's the transparency? No, they don't want to answer the question because they don't want to look dumb and they don't want to contradict themselves. That's why. So now now se están haciendo la paja, jerking off, and their hands is off limits to type. Anyway, um, let me see. He said LeBron is called Lebauco James. Now imagine he's in snack gear. Oh my god. Oh my god. The world will take over, bro. The media will eat this up and they will clap. I'm telling you, you're gonna see LeBron James with needles and stuff like that. A bunch of pictures. Yo, half of the people would think that he's on steroids, bro. Half of the people think that he'll be dirty. But because it's boxing, who cares? And reality is, who cares? I mean, boxing is slow. I would like to see a Xander. Why Victor Conte asking Lubin if he took his drug test yet? I don't know. I don't know. Because like Lubin said, his battles are with Memo Heredia. So he's going at Lubin because he truly indirectly is going at Memo. And Lubin caught it like, yo, otherwise, Vic, it's really none of your business. And you should keep your beef with Memo between you and him. See, he's shooting at Memo, but Lubin is getting hit. But I'm just saying, why Victor Conte is in other people's business anyway? That's my that's what I've been saying. The reason why we talk about Snack and these fights is because Victor likes chaos. He loves it. He can't stay away from it. He likes the attention. He don't. I'm gonna tell you something about Victor. He doesn't care if the world thinks that his fighters, because he's so vilified. He don't care if the people he wants them to be villains as well. Victor Conte doesn't care about Terrence Crawford's reputation. He don't care about Devin Haney's reputation, because if he cared, he would be like Memo. He would be quiet like Memo. That's the thing I don't like about Victor. It's not even about second chance or anything. It's that él lo hace de maldad. He don't care about nobody but himself. He don't care about nobody's reputation. Since he doesn't have one, he doesn't care about anybody that he work. I think that is hey, you know, if you're gonna work with me, fuck your reputation. Are you all right with that? You're gonna be just as dirty as me. Are you okay with that? Are you all right? Terrence Crawford, if you want these snack products, do you understand that you're gonna be labeled as a cheater like me? Are you all right with that? Yeah, I'll do anything. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get me over the hump, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get me to beat up Earl Spitz like that, and gonna get me, you know what I'm saying? If I Canelo and all these people I've been beating up, just let me know, man. Don't worry about that, man. I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about my money and my family. I know what it is. And no le importa. That's the sad part about it. That's the sad part about it, is that he don't care. Why wouldn't you care about these guys' reputation? That dude shady. Shout out Punch. Let's get Jared Anderson versus man. I think Moses gonna beat Jared Anderson, bro. Moses gonna beat Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson in heart is not in boxing. He's hard at making a living. Pat Nation says people already think he's juiced, and I'm pretty sure the NBA doesn't test LeBron anymore either. He's good for the league. Yeah, good for the business. Bro, respectfully, oh, let me say, bro, respectfully, we hear no breakdowns about how Canelo will beat Crawford. We just hear in case Crawford wins is because I already broke down this fight so many times for a year already. Too rich, and you've been on my channel. You've been on my channel. How many times I gotta break this fight down? Huh? Canelo Alvarez is gonna break down Terrence Buck Crawford. He's gonna scientifically break him down. He's gonna go for his arm, the hips. He's gonna slow down because Buck Crawford is already bulked up. His speed is gonna be slower. Canelo Alvarez is gonna see his punches. He's gonna counter his jab. He's gonna counter, go to the body. He's gonna break you down scientifically. He's gonna hit him with the right hand. He's gonna try to switch on Buck Crawford because it's like that right hand is gonna be right there for the taking. He's gonna left hook. He's gonna left hook Terrence Buck Crawford to his chest. Was gonna bring down his hands. He's gonna scientifically break him down. He's gonna go to the body though, because the only thing that Buck Crawford is gonna have is movement. So he's gonna go straight to the body, the hips, the arms, the chest, the solar plex, and then the head will fall. That's what's gonna happen. If he puts his guard up too much, Canelo Alvarez have a good uppercut. Terrence Buck Crawford is not a defensive whiz. Terrence Buck Crawford is the type when he does get hit, he want to get his get back. He tries to become a dog, but that dog is gonna get pummeled like Hearns did with Hagler. No way that Terrence Buck Crawford could hurt Canelo. No way, no other way that Terrence Crawford could break down Canelo. And I don't think that Terrence Buck Crawford got the foot that got the so much of a footwork. His footwork is not to get away from people. His footwork is to take care of the angles and then attack. But if you attack a Canelo Alvarez, who's one of the best counter punchers, you're gonna get hit. And Canelo Alvarez is gonna walk down Terrence Buck Crawford. Terrence Crawford is not a masterclass. I'm gonna outbox you and win every 12 rounds. No, Terrence Crawford is I'm gonna box you, but I'm gonna hurt you and I'm gonna win like that. Terrence Crawford got a killer instinct. Terrence Crawford needs to fight. Put it that way. He needs to fight. Just like when he was losing to Majumov in that 12th round, he needed to fight. So when he knows that he doesn't have a bunch of rounds in the bag, he's going to fight, or he's gonna run away. But he doesn't run away. So that's what's gonna get him out. Now answer me this question. Is Terrence Crawford juiced up with undetected steroids. Well, not undetected PEDs. Is that fight coming in the afternoon? I don't know. Diablo, te están chipi para la ofrenda hoy. Espera, espera, espera. ¿Dónde la ofrenda, la ofrenda? Yes, I see it. But I'll slow down on it. I'll slow down on that. I don't know. I think it's up to Netflix. Whatever is their ratings, you know what I'm saying? Maybe how Netflix wants to premiere an event, maybe, but boxing is different, but maybe they want to tap into a different audience, I don't think that. I think that they should come in the afternoon, to be honest, because first, Netflix ratings, one subscribers, and Netflix is not like your regular pay-per-view. It's not regular. Look, even when the SummerSlam and WrestleMania starts, it's very early. Like you're telling the whole world that it's gonna be a fight, but at 12 o'clock or it's gonna start 11. I think that this event should, if it's gonna be on Netflix, I think the main event on Eastern time should be like 9 o'clock, 9:30, at least 10. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be cool. But anyway, it was a good live. We back tomorrow with some other topics. Anybody got another topic they want to talk about before I go? I never understood why more people didn't question Onito on his affiliation with Victor. He was like the snack lab rat. I don't know, man. Because I think that the fighters that he aligns himself with have so much, people have so much respect for them that, you know, Conte picks the right fighters also, man. As going to bring, like Andre Ward was highly respected, honorable, God fearing. Onito Donaire is highly respectable. Terence Crawford, highly respectable. Sean Porter, highly respectable. He picks a lot of these fighters is highly respectable. Nobody want to tarnish their legacy, you know. Rightfully so. But anyway, man, I'm out of here, folks. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.